You're listening to the Anchored at Harbor Park podcast. This podcast is sponsored by You Are the Answer, pure sports nutrition products for the pure effort you put into your training.
These products are awesome. We carry them in our gym and our members love them. Super simple, pure, all-natural ingredients with delicious flavors. You can learn more about them by visiting their website at www.youaretheanswer.com, and remember to use promo code CFHP to get 20% off your first order.
Go ahead and subscribe to our podcast on your favorite podcast listening platform so you never miss an episode. Remember to leave us a review. Doing so helps us reach more and in turn helps us impact more people's lives.
Now on with the show.
Welcome to Anchored at Harbor Park CrossFit, a show dedicated to helping you find enrichment for the other 23 hours of your day outside of the gym. Here's your hosts, Jason, Dave, and Corian.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 82 of Anchored at Harbor Park. I'm Coach Jason.
I'm Coach Dave.
Coach Corian.
And today we have a very special member of the month, Miss Jane Lee.
Yep, that's me.
Welcome. We were supposed to have Doug here, but we're running a little bit late. He had to get back to work, or to the car.
Back to work.
Car.
Yep.
Or work. Had to get back to work.
Most people have normal jobs. We forget that.
Yeah, right. And this is kind of this is the first time, right, that we did a double member of the month.
I think.
Or did we might have done Nikki and Jeremy Benzo, but.
Oh yeah. Power couples.
Yeah, you get a 2-for-1er. So thank you for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
On this snowy day.
Yeah, it was a cold and nasty morning. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Like, for example.
Your name, where you're from.
Okay.
What do you do?
My name is Jane Lee, and I was born in Racine, but I live in Kenosha. I am a coach/guide for WW, formerly known as Weight Watchers, and marched in drum corps, Kilties, if any of you remember those guys, when they were co-ed, and marched a year with them. Marched out in California in a color guard, and just some other marching bands in the area. But a little bit about me: we have 4 kids.
Yep.
All grown.
They all do CrossFit, or most of them?
The girls do.
The girls do.
The boys don't want to work that hard.
I love it.
So that's, they're all adult, grown out of the house. The girls they do CrossFit, one in California, one up in Minnesota with her husband. And they both have been to Harbor Park when they visit, and they love it, and they love you guys. And Carrie was really excited. Oh, we got to have her husband and never had you as a coach. She's like, we got to go in Corey so she can beat you.
Yes.
He never got the pleasure.
Yeah.
Next time.
Sometime. I'm sure they come back often, so I'm sure we'll see him again.
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Yeah. So.
Awesome. And what does Doug do?
Doug he works at SETA, North America. They make paper cups.
Okay.
For like McDonald's, Starbucks,
all
those different places. So they make the thermal cups for the coffee, so it keeps your coffee nice and warm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny because at first I was like, paper cups, that can't be that big of a business. And then, oh, wait a second.
Yeah. There's a lot of paper cups.
Yeah. That's funny.
One of the best things that really connects me and Jane is our love for baseball and the Brewers.
Yep.
Yep.
Jane's wearing a Brewer sweatshirt right now.
Yep. I'm still getting all the highlights from MLB now that it's off season. Everybody's doing their trades and projections and
yeah. And hopefully, it'll be a better year next year.
Yes. They tried to make a late run again. I'm like, why do you guys keep doing that?
Yeah.
Does it be good from the start?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how long has it been now that you've been with Harbor Park?
Mid-January it started.
Yeah.
So almost a year, coming up on a year. Did you and Doug start at the same time?
We started a couple weeks apart. We had both done the CrossFit when we visited Jenny out in California.
Okay.
And then, or I did it out in California, and Doug and I both did it up in Minnesota with Carrie and Sam. So we visited there, right before the beginning of January. in December, and I was looking for something a little bit more. I do a lot of walking, I do Zumba, but I was like, I wanted a little more strength, and I wanted a little more endurance type of things going on. So I talked to him. He was going to look into a personal trainer. We looked at the prices of that and said, we can get a whole lot more and still get the personal training at the gym with you guys. And so we decided, well, we did the 6-week trial, and we just fell in love with it, and here we are.
Awesome. And something I really love is, you guys are 2 of our most consistent members, 5 times a week you guys are going?
Yeah,
if not more?
Yep. Then we'll do a little bit more. I can't do weekends, and I need my 2 days.
I mean, that's the name of the game, though, is you make it into your routine. If you know you're going to go every day, you don't even think about it. It's just what you're going to do.
Right.
Cool. What made you start? Like, what was the driving force?
I think a lot of it was, for me, was as I get older, I know that middle section of your body just doesn't go away. And I wasn't happy with where it was at. Wasn't happy with where that was at. I also, like I said, I just needed something different. And I love how CrossFit, it's never the same thing. Yeah. 2 days in a row, you know, even from week to week. And so it's always nice. There's always something different to do. Learning a new skill, trying a new skill, trying something different. I don't know if maybe in the back of my mind was like, well, now we have this connection between our daughters and, the one husband. And so we've got things that we can do. So when we go visit them, we'll go to their gyms. And then when they come here, they come to Harbor Park with us.
Yeah, I will say that that's really nice to have, because we go and visit my family or Dave's family, and none of them do those things, but it is important to us to kind of stay in that routine and that habit when we're gone. So we always feel a little bit guilty when we're on vacation and we're like, we're gonna go to the gym, and we will like make it fast. We'll just do a class, we'll go for an hour and we'll be done. Typically here I can hang out and stretch, or Dave can stretch for 2 hours. Yeah. But when we're gone, we try to make it fast, but it would be so much nicer if they kind of had that connection too.
It's a group thing that you can do and make it part of the vacation.
Yeah, exactly. So when we went to California last year, we made it a point to get to Jenny's gym, and Jenny's actually engaged and getting married in Mexico next year. Nice. So we are going dress shopping in December, California, December. I'm okay with that. Yeah. But so we already have the plan of when we're going to go to her gym. Yeah. So I'll be going to her gym a couple of times while we're out there.
That's cool.
I'm excited about too.
Cool.
Yeah.
See, that's it's really cool, and it's inspiring and at the same time frustrating, because my mother, who these two know very well, she used to come to the gym and stopped, and she actually got diagnosed with osteoporosis like last week or the week before. And I've been telling her for years, you need to come to the gym, and you don't have to work hard, you just have to do something. And I wish you understand it, and you enjoy learning new things and pushing yourself. Yeah. So I wish we could take that, whatever's in your mind, and put it into others.
Yeah. Bottle it up and sell it. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I get it from a lot of people here that are already here, and I know when Doug's working out, he's already said, well, so-and-so has already pushed me. He said, no, you can put more on there. No, you can put more on there. No, you can put more on there. And, so it's nice to have that. It's nice to have the coaches too. That's like, if I say, okay, today I'm not feeling the weight, that's fine. Just you're here, you're doing something. Let's get what you can. Yeah. So it's always that, or else you notice, I think you could put a little more on there and handle it. Both sides of the spectrum. Being able to get that help is really cool.
Yeah. And you have kind of a busy, hectic schedule with your coaching and the things that you do as well. So you kind of bounce around between mornings, midday, and evenings.
I do.
What's your favorite time? Like, barring, what do you like? Because I've got my golden hour for working out.
I really do like the 6:30 in the morning. Yeah. Because I can talk myself out of so many things if I wait until any later in the day. Yeah. And what I usually have found too, that is I have to schedule it, because if I don't schedule it, maybe by the time noon hits, it's
Right.
okay, I can't. But I also do like coming at noon because then I like the people I work out with. I like the coaches. It makes such a big difference with everybody.
Right.
Wish I had the strength and stamina and to do everything.
We go all day long.
Yeah.
No, I relate to you because I love getting it done in the morning and now, so it worked out at 6:30 now I don't have to worry about it. I can just hang out and relax the rest of the day.
Yeah. I'm not that much of an early morning person, but my golden hour is if I could get in and get started before noon, preferably by like 10. I usually am pretty good. Anytime after that is real hard for me to keep motivated. Yeah, you're right.
Still a late afternoon, early evening.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave is.
I don't know why.
He likes to get other things off his plate first.
True.
Well,
Yeah.
and I mean, for how many years were you
Yeah.
working
Third
until
shift and
yeah,
second shift.
So
Yeah.
that's like kind of your
Yeah,
morning
kinda hard to-
for
yeah.
a long time. So that makes sense to me.
So what are some of the big goals that you've kind of already accomplished? Some of the things that you have achieved?
Okay, so I don't even know if they're goals necessarily. It's just something that I've noticed, like with the burpees. The first time I did burpees is like, oh my goodness, I'm stepping out every single stinking one, but I don't have to do that anymore.
I can hop down, hop up.
I can hop down, I can hop up. Obviously some days are better and depends on how many.
I was just going to say, just because we can doesn't mean we always want to.
Exactly. So maybe at some point I'll get off my knees on a push-up. Sometime that would be nice to happen. But just even the weights, Dave, the going over the head, my arm strength over the head is not strong at all, especially my left arm is my weakest. And Jason, I really appreciate it. Start with your weakest arm.
Yeah.
And it really does help a lot. But just definitely stronger than I used to be.
Yeah.
And I can also feel clothes fitting, but it's nice to go into the winter clothes and that's it. Oh man, I gotta lose another 5 pounds before these are gonna fit right.
I don't know about you, but all my winter clothes are bigger for that reason. Go up to the extra larges.
That's a good way to circumvent the system. I love it, Jay.
I don't wear shirts in the winter. They're too tight.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Do you have anything tangible that you are working towards or that you really want to accomplish?
I don't know if there's anything. What did we talk about? Goals getting better on the bike.
Oh, yes. We talked about understanding pacing and kind of like how we feel. Paying more attention to that.
Paying more attention to that, getting better. I did notice one of the times doing the rower too, it's like, use the legs instead of the arms. That, so just...
Careful.
Wow.
You broke it.
Don't break
Can't lean on the chair, apparently. I'm trying not to block James.
Don't worry, listeners, that was not a gun.
It was just the chair breaking behind me.
But no, just some of those things getting better at where I'm at. Just even the wall balls last week.
Yeah.
Getting the depth. Okay. If I have to do a lighter ball so that I can get the depth, just trying to remember that it's not always about the weight.
Yep, absolutely.
So kind of.
It kind of takes. It's like a wavy pattern. You get excited and you want to do it and you want to do the big weights and then you get there and then you realize, okay, maybe that's not what I need, and then you go back down and you do it right and then you come back around because your technique's better and you're stronger and then you can do the weights, but then you go a little bit higher and that's the same thing. You keep on getting better.
Yeah. I don't know because I'm thinking about all the things and I noticed that too. It's like, there's a cycle of, I can handle the weight this week, next week, it's a light week this week, let's work on technique, but just as I think about things like what would I like to accomplish or what specific things do I want to master in the gym? Like, well, I don't know if a muscle up will ever be one of those, and that's okay. But just working as far as I can, getting better at whatever I can do. Eventually, I'll be able to do a pull-up.
Yep. And I think one of the other things we talked about, which it's right in the corner and needs to go to Kenosha today, is the in-body. I know that we use that because one of the big things, you are such a healthy person. You have dropped a lot of weight before coming to us. You've shared that journey. Hopefully we can talk about that a little bit today. But making sure that as you continue to age, or we all continue to age, that we're losing the right kind of weight and not strength, not the muscle, not the fluid levels and stuff like that. So really
not the bone density.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
making sure that
exactly.
we're doing well in that aspect and fueling your body in order to keep it healthy.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
that's one of our big ones we're working on too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what, I know we've talked, like I said, and I just touched on it, tell our listeners about kind of your journey leading up to starting with us, because you did a lot on your own.
I after the 4 children, I did not lose the weight. I kept going up and up and up and up. Somebody's got to clean their plate.
Yeah.
And I wasn't very active. You know, I would help move the kids when they needed to, as they got older, in and out of dorms and stuff like that. But it wasn't fun. So I joined Weight Watchers, and I lost 117 pounds. It took me a little over 2 years.
Woo!
In the first activity I started, people always ask me, when I'm there, and well, you got to join a gym, you got to do all this. No, I just started, my first goal for activity was to walk 3 times a week, 15 minutes each day.
That's it.
And that was it. It's just start moving, start doing something.
Not even effort or distance attached to it. Just move for 15 minutes.
Yeah, just walk around my block. I got a double block. I can do that. It takes me about 15 minutes. It took about that time. And then just gradually added Zumba to it, walking farther. This year, running. Kind of forced into that. But that's okay. I realized that, hey, that's not so bad. I kind of enjoy it a little bit.
All right.
But then, and through all of that, it's not, like you said, the healthier eating more fruits and veggies and leaner meats and whole grains and all that kind of stuff, just changing my eating habits, because I want it to last for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I don't want to, do I have a treat once in a while? Sure I do.
Yeah.
But not like I did before.
Yeah. I think what you said was just so good, and it's something that we try to tell people all the time. Everybody has these big, grand ideas on what getting into shape would look like, and all the things, and then we get very overwhelmed and we do nothing. So just that one step. But everybody wants it yesterday, so they think, oh, well, if I do X, Y, Z, and all this stuff, and I give 150% effort, I'll be where I want to be in a month.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you probably won't, because it's going to be overwhelming.
Yeah.
So let's just scale it back a little bit. So that's great.
Do one small step at a time.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Since we were unfortunate to not get Doug on here, anything that you know that he has kind of accomplished, or you've seen in him, or?
I have seen him. He has, because he's been pushed on adding the weights, he's been lifting a lot more. He told me what he did this morning. I was like, good for you. That wasn't me today.
I was going to say, you guys are a little bit competitive, right?
We are a little bit competitive, because he comes before me. I'll look, okay, so what did he do?
Yeah.
Right.
I got to beat him. I think on the weights, he's past me. Way, which is okay, because he's a guy.
There's a coefficient there.
Yeah.
70%, give or
Yeah,
take.
definitely. But he is, when he started, he couldn't do pull-ups. He can now he can string a few of them together. So he's really proud of that accomplishment. Climbing the rope. He could not do that when he started. He's able to do that. So there's a lot of things that he's accomplished in what he's done here, and he is an avid bicyclist, so
he loves his bike.
He loves his bike. He'll be doing spin class tonight after.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he'll be back tomorrow morning.
Yeah, wow. That's...
And talking about being like slightly competitive, but in a fun way. Just a couple weeks ago, when your daughter and her husband were in town, your son-in-law did the Saturday WOD with Doug.
Yes.
And they did it together, and Doug was right there with them, like synchro burpees, which is tough for anybody, you know. And I just, like you said, I love being able to see that connection with all of them and just all your family. You know, it's just such a good, healthy way to have a relationship versus like, hey, let's all get together and have Bloody Marys and get drunk all day. Like, not that that's bad. It's just like, where is it leading for your goals? And like, this is just such a different way that people don't think about. You can connect through health and fitness in your gym.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so fun to be able to call, like I said, I told Jason, I called Carrie on Friday and I said, I made it through 20.5. And she says, oh man, that means I got to go. So it's nice that we, you know, and Jenny called me yesterday on the way. I'm on my way home from the gym. I made it through 20.5. And so it's kind of nice.
Gives them something to talk to you about.
Yeah, it really does. So when we when we're with our other friends who spend all day drinking, you know, Bloody Marys, what do we talk about? Because we're on different wavelengths than they are, which is, you know, we still have other things that are in common, but not, it's just kind of nice that we have this.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I've tried to at least understand the game of pickleball because that's what my mom does now. It's a very confusing game, but I know enough to talk to her about it. So that, because again, that's what all her friends do when they're in Arizona. And then she comes back here for their summers and then there's no pickleball courts. So again, same thing. She's like, I don't really, like, yeah, we have things in common, but like, I don't really know what to talk about right now. Yeah. So.
And maybe if, you know, you show that you're trying to learn her interest, she'll reciprocate with you.
Exactly. She asks. She don't know nothing about CrossFit, but she tries. And I appreciate it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, gotta appreciate that effort. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, good.
Do you have any questions for us?
Why do you beat us in every... No.
I wouldn't beat anybody today.
No, I really don't. You know, we both were just so, first of all, honored at this, and then at the same time too, just you guys have always, like I said, you've always been there, and we really appreciate it, and the encouragement. The first encouragement, I think you, Coach Doug, like you and Dusty were like his coaches, and he's like, you know, it's so encouraging. It's just so neat. I stink at everything, but he's so encouraging, and it's so, we really appreciate that encouragement again, along with the push, you know, because it's really important. It's very easy to just
right, kind of fall in your lane and
and just not do anything. So. Yeah, really not any questions, just a lot of appreciation for all you guys.
Thank you.
We'll share that with the coaches.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah,
everybody loves having you guys in all their classes. And like I said, I like that you guys kind of do bounce around a little bit because you get to meet everybody. You get to talk to everybody and everybody knows who you guys are, you know, so it's good.
Yeah, it really is. It's a community, and that's one thing that Carrie told us too before we joined. She says, it's a community. Look what this community is doing for this hurting part of the community. And it's wonderful. You love it. Yep.
Well, awesome. Well, excited to see you continue to grow and all the different things that you're going to achieve, and you know, just keep watching your guys' journey and honestly feeling like you're part of your family, because like you said, your daughters come and they visit, you know, your son-in-law and everything, so it's really nice to kind of have the whole family.
Yeah, it is. Maybe someday we'll get the boys.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Once the girls are big and tough and beating them up.
That's right.
Okay, maybe we need to go check this thing out then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, telling
You're
your story.
welcome. Thank you. Wish Doug could have stayed.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay.
When work calls.
Somebody's got to pay the bills.
Maybe we'll do another podcast and just get Doug in here, get to talk to him a little bit too.
Yeah.
Be fine with
That
that.
would be wonderful.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll see you Wednesday morning.
Yes, you guys as well. Get better.
Yes. Yes.
All right. And that's it. Stay classy, Harbor Park.
Bye, guys.
Talk to you later.
All right, everyone. That wraps up another episode of Anchored. Remember, if you enjoyed this episode, please remember to share it with someone you know. Give us a 5-star review on your listening platform. That helps us reach more people. And remember to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. We'll talk to you guys later, and stay classy.
Thanks for listening to Anchored at Harbor Park CrossFit. If you would like further information about our programs, visit www.harborparkcrossfit.com. We hope you'll tune in next time.